Good morning. How are you today? It's a beautiful, beautiful day in Brisbane today. It's not as bright and shiny, but it's still a beautiful day compared to the snowstorms overseas. Have you been hit by one of those snowstorms in America? My goodness, they're massive. It's so warm here all year round, we would never, ever see snow, let alone a snowstorm. Sorry. Oh, something in my eye. Sorry about that, guys. For those who don't know me, my name's Linda and I'm a trauma recovery coach, and I love coming in and sharing information with you around mental health aspects, because as we get information, our brain begins to be able to compute what's actually happening for us. And so I want to talk to you today about but. And it's because I realise I've been going through a bit of but myself. And, as a mum, we put so much before we take care of ourselves. Okay, hands up all the guilty. And I really came to understand how much I was doing that yesterday. So, as you can see, I wear glasses, and recently, like the last week or so, I really got a grasp of how I needed to have an eye test. And then I realised I needed to go to the doctor and get a prescription. And all of these things, I kept going, but. And I have to do this and this and this and this first. And it wasn't until yesterday that I realised I was saying to myself, but. Because Nick came to me and he said, Mum, and what are you doing? I've got to go to the doctor, get a script, etc., etc. And I sat there and I went, he's coming to me and asking me, because he knows he needs to go to the doctor. And here I am going, I'll get to it. But I've got to do this. But I've got to sit down and do study. But I've got to sit down and see a client. but. And I realised last night, because Nick and I actually went out yesterday and we did the whole doctor, optometrist, what else did we do? He got his thongs from Kmart. What else? I had to get fuel in my car. We grabbed a drink, etc. Did the doctors, all of that stuff. So can you see that we went out and went to the chemist? So can you see that I've been delaying all of these things that took a few hours to do because I kept saying but? And I went, okay, so if I'm saying but, what's driving the but? What's driving me taking care of things like, being able to see that, so what's driving me to say but and put it all off and go, but I've got to do something else. So I had to ask myself the question. So if you're doing it like me and saying but, ask yourself the question. That's the first step. Why am I saying but? And see, it's taken me a while to understand that I've got this thought pattern rhythm of but. So last night I just sat there and I began to do a personal awareness of why am I saying but, and putting off looking after me and doing things that would help my life run seamlessly. So, going to the doctor and having a script filled makes sure that my life runs seamlessly and I'm not running around like a chook with their head cut off because I've run out of script. Getting eyeglasses means I'll be able to see. Why am I delaying this? It's crazy. Why would we put off looking after ourselves? So as I asked the question, I went, what's driving this? And then I realised that the core emotion for me was the learned fear from childhood. And I went, how pervasive is that? Like how pervasive is when it filters in and out and affects all of our life. And I went, wow, down to these little things that mean that I take care of me. And I just went, oh my goodness, like, it was like putting a jigsaw together that all these pieces started falling into place. That I say yeah, but because of the fear, the underlying emotion of learned fear that I have to put everybody else to be first in order that I am safe. So remember, our triggers, when we get the anxiety or when we get triggered, we're so busy dealing with the anxiety that we're not going to think about what were our thought patterns or what's the underlying emotion. But it's all going to come from that learned fear because we wanted to stay safe. And I went, oh my goodness. And then I began to see how it pervaded not just my personal life, because sometimes we can put it down to being a mum and going, well, I know I do. I've put it down to being a mum and my kids need things before I do. But then I realised that thought process too is a learned behaviour. I learned to put everybody else first because that was the message I got from the childhood abuse. If I don't put the other person, the abuser, first, then I'm not safe. So in my adult life, it becomes very pervasive. And I keep acting out of I'm not safe instead of acting out of I'm safe and I need to take care of me. You know, I sat there and I just went, oh my goodness, this is just so deep. Deeper than, you know, anything on the surface for us. And I went, it's got to stop. I've got to be able to take care of the things that I need first. And even when I say that, in my guts, it's like, oh, can you really do that? You know, again, it's an automatic trigger in my brain. Am I going to be safe doing this? But then I have to switch over to I'm an adult. So yes, I'm going to be safe if I do this. But of course, our brain's going to be triggered the whole time. But the only way through it not being triggered anymore is to keep changing our behaviour. And I've had one thing all year that I have tried to do in my business side of things. But of course, my business is it overlaps with my personal. And I realise I've been saying, yeah, but I'll just go and do this first. Yeah, but I'll just duck into group. Yeah, but I'll just see a client first. Yeah, but... And I went, it's not because I don't want to do the things that I need to do. It's this underlying fear that has me believing I'm not safe if I take care of the things that I need to take care of first. And to be honest, I just want to cry because when you realise these things, it's like looking back over your whole life and seeing, yeah, but, and putting everybody and everything else first. And it takes us to a space where we continue to put them first at the cost of our own health, at the cost of not being able to breathe life into our day-to-day life. It comes at a cost of that fear keeping me from experiencing a full and happy life. Comes at a cost that I will continue to hold my body tight if I can't move beyond that learned fear. And you know what? To have us as adults still living this way because nobody came forward and said, I'm going to keep you safe as a child, because we weren't nurtured, because nobody asked questions, and because families believed that if they kept everything secret then it made it okay. Well, they were wrong. Okay? They were wrong. They were wrong not to question how we were being taken care of. They were wrong not to step in and take care of us too. We were children. They were wrong not to engage their hearts and have compassion. And they were wrong not to step in and show love. And they wonder why we as adults walk away from toxic families who insist that they've got it right and there's no other way to life. And they wonder why we choose to raise our children in emotionally safe environments so that our children can have and know love. They were wrong about the physical abuse that they dished out to so many of you, to us. I witnessed a lot of that. They were wrong to instill fear in us. And for every generation that's gone before me, they had a choice not to raise children in the manner that they were raised. I made those choices. I made hard choices because I wanted a better life for my children, and I wanted my children to know that love, kindness, caring, compassion from the heart was more important than pursuing a material world. And for us today who are challenged by the yeah but and putting ourselves first, I want you to know that that fear is not who you are. It is not representative of who I am. And that fear can go munch a mountain, because I am not going to let that fear drive me anymore. No more yeah buts. We've got to take care of ourselves. And we can do this. And we can retrain our brain not to go to that automatic trigger when we've got to take care of ourselves. But we do it through taking action. We do it through embodying love, a great source of love within ourselves. And we do it because as we do that, we gain strength. We build resiliency within ourselves, and we begin to be able to overcome what's happening for us at a brain level, at our biology, our neurology, and physiology, and our hearts. We begin to reclaim our hearts for ourselves. So we do it for our kids. We show them love in a myriad of ways. But we need to do it for ourselves too. Yeah, that's right, Serena. I love myself enough to make sure I'm healthy. And I love myself enough to sit down and question why I'm saying yeah but and putting off the things that I need to do for me. And I was really good. I came home and I ordered my glasses. I went shopping online. I order my glasses online because they are so much cheaper than going to a shop. And I've done so for years. And look, the good news was my long distance vision has actually improved, so I don't need long distance glasses anymore. Sorry for being a bit emotional this morning, girls. But when we have these realizations that, this learned fear that we learn as children, when we identify it and, involve a bit of Kleenex, usually I have a box, it sets us free. Free to love, free to be who we are, free to be who I am, and no longer driven by the fear that was learnt throughout our childhood change our thoughts and emotions. Thanks for joining in today, Serena. Yeah, the self-sacrificing is just, it's so unhealthy. Yeah, yeah, we certainly learn it as well, that's for sure. I want you to know you are important, okay? You are super, super important. And you're super important not just for your kids, but you're super important because you matter to everyone around you, and you matter more than anything. You matter as an individual, and all the things that you're here to do in life, you matter, okay? And you are loved. You're more than welcome. Okay, I didn't expect all that to come out this morning, but that's what we're here to do. We're here to be real and say what's stopping us. And today, my challenge is to stop saying yeah but around some workbooks that I'm doing, and just finish them off so that they're available for everybody as well. Okay, I love you all heaps. Thanks for listening. Blessings and dreams, and I will see you tomorrow. And no more yeah but. Okay, bye for now.